Okay, so what helps you decide when or how to help someone in need? In this video, I will guide you along the journaling process to check in with yourself, to increase your self-awareness, assess your energy, and align with the source of unconditional love. If you're new to me, my name is Robin Knott, and I am your host of Energy Healing TV and podcast on YouTube, Rumble, and Spotify, and the founder of the EnergyHealingSchool.com. Welcome to what I like to call the self-love movement because it is my deepest belief if we all loved ourselves enough, suicide wouldn't be a thing. So yeah, my goal is to squash this thing of suicide. So if you are ready to check in, to take care of you, to journal with me, grab your journal, you know I got mine, and let's get going. So how I like to do my journaling process. Again, the purpose of the journaling is just to increase our awareness. So be aware, assess, and align. Be aware of what's going on, getting to know ourselves deeper on a more personal level even, bringing things into our awareness, things that sometimes like to hide or that we like to avoid. Assess our own energy to see if it's in alignment with the source of unconditional love, and if it's not already in alignment with the source of unconditional love, deciding on choosing something that we can do to help us get closer to being in alignment with the source of unconditional love. And journaling in itself is one of those steps, is part of that process. Holding space for you, allowing you to feel what you need to feel. That saying, feel it to heal it, right? So what I like to do to just get myself in the energy of journaling, to focus on journaling, is to write out Energy Healing Lifestyle Journal. Excuse me, because to me, it is a lifestyle. If I don't intentionally make time to focus and to be aware and to go through this process, then I can easily get wrapped up in the humanness, day-to-day stuff. So making it a lifestyle, making it part of my everyday. I just saw 222 on my little counter there. So there's my little confirmation. It's good for me. Hopefully it's good for you too. And then I write out self-care challenge because, as you know, I created self-care, or an acronym for self-care. I didn't create it, right? But my acronym of self-care. And today we are focusing on the letter A, and A stands for acceptance. So we are focusing on acceptance, being in that observer mode. So part of my other acronym, my system acronym, if you will, of Best You, the O in Best You is for observer, which is in alignment, both acceptance and observer is in the alignment with the third eye chakra energy. Excuse me. So all of what we cover today affects the energy of our third eye chakra. So the next step then is to take our journal prompt and write that out. So today's is, what helps you decide when or how to help someone in need? And then sit and just wait, like you're listening, waiting for you to respond. Because we do. We just have to allow ourselves the time and the space to do so. Be willing to be open and listen and hear what comes through. Again, sometimes it might seem wonky or completely out in left field. It doesn't seem to make any sense. That's okay. Sometimes it's just how our brain starts to clear the fog out of the way so we can finally see and take a look at what's inside. So for me, my real life experience to share with you on what helps you decide when or how to help someone in need, I had that technicality come up first, right? Because technically, there's someone in need in the world every single day. So, am I in a position where I can help someone in need every single day? Someone maybe, but everyone probably not, right? Probably not. So then the focus narrowed to situations that I may be aware of, or the moment that I become aware of them in that situation. Because then too, I am aware of situations on a daily, but again, we can't always help everybody in every situation all the time. So typically it depends on my ability to help, but also there's that need to step back. So oftentimes when we hear that someone is in need, and we're hearing them, whether it's directly or indirectly, we have a bit of emotions that come to surface, right? Because we care. We might feel the energy, we might feel the intensity or urgency of the need, but we feel it and we know it and we want to help. We have that desire. So for me, learning part of those boundaries, part of that protecting your energy, to step back and ground and center within myself, and then be able to detach, not ignore or avoid, but detach from the humanness emotions that can push and pull me in directions that I don't need to go into, that don't help anyone, right? You get wrapped up into the emotions of things and then you get kind of caught up in a hamster wheel. I just had this visual. Have you seen those like big round bales of straw or hay that or tumbleweeds? There we go. The big tumbleweeds that go across the desert. Kind of like that. We don't want that. That doesn't help anyone. So get grounded and centered in within myself, within yourself before you make a decision. Decide what is yours. So we might already know it's not ours to take to some degree, but when you get wrapped up in the hamster wheel or the tumbleweed of emotions and desire to help, or if you have those beliefs where or conditions that it's your responsibility, that you have to, that you're this terrible person if you don't, right? Feeling responsible for everything, wanting to fix everything, then that gets in the way of making really good decisions, because then we're making decisions in that humanness, right? So we get centered and grounded, detaching, being able to come up into that observer mode, right? The acceptance of this really isn't mine, for one. If it's not, right? You get to decide is it yours or if it's not. So we'll say if it's not yours, we could see it, observe it, accept that it's not. Then we can see and observe and accept what may or may not actually be helpful, because sometimes in our, as we talked about yesterday and I think a little bit the day before, sometimes in our desire or efforts to help, we actually hinder. Instead of trying to empower and be supportive, we end up disempowering, right? We end up taking power away from people who can really help themselves, instead of standing strong with someone while words while they help themselves, right? There's a difference in the how. So it's the when and the how could be two different answers or responses. So trying to align those. So again, so that is empowering and not disempowering for others. And again, accepting that responsibility and the response that we receive in the moment that we receive it, meaning when we're journaling and we're centered and we're grounded and we're looking at what is yours, what really is your responsibility. So pulling in that free will and accountability, what really is yours and what is someone else's. And then the how to. How are you going to help the person in need? How do you help the person in need that allows them to be empowered and not disempowered? How are you stepping in and help someone in need without taking their power away? Trying to do it all or fix it for them, right? We're not trying to fix it for other people. Excuse me, we're showing up to hold space and doing things that we can to help support, give support to people while they take care of their own things, right? There's a big difference in those two. So accepting that we are not the rescuer, we are not the fixer, right? What else? Check in the journal. And just that, honoring the free will and accountability and honoring personal boundaries, both others and your own. I think that's huge. It's massive. So let me know in the comments what you think and how the journaling process is going for you. What comes up for you when you ask yourself that question? I'll say it again. What helps you decide? I was debating. What helps you decide when or how to help someone in need? If you haven't already, of course, and if you're interested, sign up for the Empathic Healers Masterclass, a step-by-step guide to set boundaries and protect your energy. If you're interested in that link, let me know and I will drop it in the comments for you. Also, I think I mentioned it a couple times. Let me start mentioning it more because before I know it, December 11th will be here. Ideally, my goal, it's all 10:10, my goal is to launch the BU, I should say, let me rephrase that, BU, the 5-day challenge of breaking patterns of codependency. I want to launch that December 11th. So if you are interested in hopping in before launch day or after, either one, but I'm offering a coupon before launch day. So if you want to sign up for the BU challenge before December 11th, you get 50% off. It's not expensive anyway, but still, I figured I'll offer a little discount before the launch day. So either one, if you're interested, let me know, drop it in the comments, and I will share links with you. I hope you're having a wonderful day, evening, whatever time in the world it is for you. Again, forgive me, I'm using a new, I think you can see that says Restream, and a new streaming software. I wasn't fond of the, what's it called, visual yesterday. So I turned my ring light on. I think that helped quite a bit. Otherwise, I think I like it. The sounded better to me, at least in the first video, than what I've heard on StreamYard. So we'll see. I'm going to test it out some more. But now I have to remember where the buttons are. So again, I hope you're doing well. Have a wonderful day, evening, whatever time in the world it is for you. So much love. Bye, guys.